Blessed morning. Quick video. This is my second video I'm trying to make. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Take what resonates and what does, what doesn't. I want to talk about, first of all, I like to talk about this quote in the Bible and people using a prayer. I'm not a Bible person. And my prayer is a prayer I use personally. I have my own personal prayer when I speak to the higher power. But there's a part in the prayer and a part in the Bible where it says, so above as well as below. Let's remove that from the Bible. Let's take that out of prayer. Because if you believe what's happening here on earth also happens in heaven, then you must be an evil person. You don't believe in God. You can't believe in God. You can't believe in the graces and the happiness and the joy and the love God gives. If you believe what happens on this earth also happens, if heaven is a place, it happens in heaven. Just can't do it. Let's remove that. Please stop using it as above, so the below. No, it's not that way. It's as the rich, so does the poor. Simple. Simple, right? I gets up this morning and I'm looking at videos. And this Epstein situation with Trump and Epstein and so forth, bringing a lot of things to the surface dealing with child abuse, sex trafficking, and things of this nature. I want to make a quick video. You know what I'm saying? This is not something that I like to even tamper with because it goes so deep. You understand what I'm saying? Like a video I made the other day speaking about how embedded certain people are in this world. When you talk about sex trafficking, when you talk about sexual abuse of children, you're talking about a nation problem, a world problem. You're not just talking about a small little oomph of a situation. You're talking about a huge problem. And people like to pick and choose when they want to address something. My last video I made before this one, I used some names that I don't believe I should have used names because I don't want to, people come at me saying, this defamation of character and all that type stuff. So I'm making this video. So I'm going to speak and I hope people understand what I'm saying. What I don't like and what made me hesitant about making this video is because I don't like, personally, how people want to come now and speak out about situations that's been happening forever. That's been happening forever. Just because the media wants to bring something to light, now people want to get on this bandwagon and speak about it. I'm not saying that you shouldn't. Most definitely. It should have been talked about. Not just today, yesterday, umpteen years ago. But people use child trafficking, child abuse, rape, and all these things as a tool, in my opinion, is used as a tool to control and to destroy people's lives. If you wasn't born with morals, principle, and respect and the knowledge of right and wrong, then there's a problem. There's a problem there. People like to use this as a tool. R. Kelly. Now, I'm going to say their names because, whatever. But R. Kelly, you know what he's in locked up for. Bill Cosby, you know what he was accused of. P. Diddy, you know what he was accused of. Epstein, you know what he was accused of. His wife. Here's the thing. We can take each of those names and look at them as individuals. Or we can do what's right and look at it as a problem. A they problem, not a he problem, not a she problem, but a they problem. Right? Because there was people that had to be a part of this orchestration of what was going on. You understand what I'm saying? It had to be multiple people involved in these situations. So to bring spotlight on one person, to destroy one person for whatever purpose you want to destroy them for, because there's a reason. There's a reason they went after Cosby. There's a reason why they went after R. Kelly. There's a reason why they went after P. Diddy. There's a reason why they went after Epstein. Now, I was hesitant about making this video because I'm going to speak how I feel, and people might not understand it or feel the same, or they might think I'm going one way versus another way. I'm not going to give a fuck about that. Excuse my French or language. I'm going to say what I feel. I don't want to make this about no color barrier. I don't want to do anything like that. I want to make this about right and wrong. And right and wrong is those people. Let's mention Diddy. They talking about a party. They ain't said Diddy had a case of baby oil and he was in the bathroom rubbing himself down. He said there was a party. You understand what I'm saying? But Diddy is the only person that's locked up for the situation, right? Because he what? The host? We all grown in this world. We make our own decisions. You understand what I'm saying? And if you decide to go to a party, you decide to involve yourself in situations you maybe shouldn't, whether you're a host, whether you're contributing certain things to a party, you should be locked up as well. Whether you have information of knowledge to certain things, then you should be locked up as well. You understand? People want to pick and choose and use this thing as a tool instead of looking at it with morals and principles and from right and wrong. There's a person that had one of the largest magazines in the world. This person threw parties all the time. All the time. This person had women and children at his parties. This person catered to the wealthy. This person also had taken pictures of underage children. But no one talks about that. And this person died happily. Happily. They use it as a tool. Because the truth be told, it happens all around the world. All around the world. Understand the United States is a smorgasbord of whatever they want. It's not just about taxes. It's not just about taking your money. It's not just about taking your land. It's about taking your boys and your girls. Your women. You understand? People can come from a whole other country and take their pigs and do what they will. So when you talk about the problem, talk about the problem. You can't fix a two-way problem one way. Sorry, you just can't do it. Just can't do it. How about the guy that I think he was a producer or he did something in movies or something like that. He adopted an Asian child, raised the Asian child, then married her once she got of age. No one talks about that, right? But it's known. No one talks about that. How about one of the ladies she was a part of a sitcom back in the days, and she had sex with her father all the way up till he passed, all the way to her adulthood. And after he passed, then she wanted to open up to the public, open up to the world and share her story. These things happen all the time. All the fucking time. It's sad that it happens. I don't really know what to say because will it continue? Yes, it's going to continue. They have breeding grounds or women that breed or women that have children for whatever purposes. Do you realize how many children are born to this world that's not registered? And these children are sent off to wherever they choose to be sent off to and for whatever purposes. This is a world of, I don't even know what to call it. It's a fucked up situation. You know what I mean? But again, I believe that if you want to point a finger, if you want to address a situation, then address the entire situation. Don't just lock one person up for the situation. Lock everyone involved. Everyone involved. That's the only way that you're going to even put a dent in people and into what's going on in this world. And maybe when you address everyone that's involved, then maybe if people start using their moral compass a little bit better and start saying, okay, maybe I shouldn't go this route, maybe I shouldn't do this, or maybe I shouldn't do that. But when you, going back to the Bible, when you use a term of as above, as below, and you give the insinuation that this also happens if heaven was a place in heaven as well, as an adult, we have to realize that something is wrong here. Something is wrong with religion. Something is wrong with the Bible. And they use it as a tool for other means. Now, as a child is green. You could teach a child anything. And I like to say, we as children growing up as a child, born to this world, our first fence or our first person that we receive dictatorship from is our parents. So our parents have a lot to do with how we're raised and how we're brought up, right? But a lot of parents don't take blame for the rights and wrongs. They rather take the rights, but they don't take blame for the wrongs. And so our parents are our first form of dictatorship. Then it goes on to our school. Then it goes on to the jobs and the careers and so forth and so forth. But our parents are the first form of dictatorship. Again, there's a lot of children born to this world that's not registered, and they're whatever. You know what I mean? Again, it's a lot deeper than a lot of people realize or even want to talk about. We can pick and choose each person, you know, that's gone through these situations and make them, you know, the theme. But it's much larger than that. Much larger than that. And I think it needs to be addressed. If you're going to address it all. Stop destroying people's lives for your own reasons. And I'm not saying all these people are guilty. I'm not going to say they're all innocent. I'm going to say the problem is much larger than just what people are making it out to be. And if you're going to address it all. Y'all stay blessed.